Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Christina Palmer, and I'm one of your board members from the Magnolia State School Counselor Association. And I'm so excited to join you today for Fill a Form Friday. Fill a Form Friday, this month of August, we are going to introduce you to four of our favorite forms that we use in our school counseling program every year. I will be with you this week and next week. And this week, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite forms that I use every year, and that's the annual administrative conference form. And this form is very important to me because it helps me and my principal kind of get on the same page with what is going on in the counseling program. We get to talk about what goals need to be set for the year that align to the school's goals. And we also get to talk about how I spend my time here at the school, the different things that I would like to do during the year, who all works on my staff and what they do, and how everything that the counseling department does will work towards the benefit of the students here at our school. So without further ado, let's talk about the annual administrative conference form. All right, so this is my conference form from last year. And at the very top of the form, it talks about reviewing your school data and what priorities are identified. So last year, we definitely knew that we needed to have a reduction in our referrals. And then we wanted to improve our state test scores of the students that we have in our bottom 25 in the district. In my school, we do have quite a few in our district bottom 25. And so that is something that our principal definitely wanted us working on. So we had 2 annual student outcome goals last year. And these goals are written in the SMART goal format. And to remind you of the SMART goals are specific. They set real numbers with real deadlines. They are measurable. Make sure that the goal is trackable. They are attainable. It's definitely something that is challenging, but it will be definitely possible for you to achieve. They are realistic. And when we make these goals, we are very honest with ourselves of what we are capable of as a team. And we don't set these ambitious goals that we know that we might not be able to attain. And so that attainable and that realistic, that A and that R definitely go hand in hand. And then the last part of SMART is the T, and that they are time bound. And that goes back to that specific. We give a timeline for when we want to see this change happen. So the 2 goals that I had last year were by the end of the year, our discipline referrals will decrease by 5% from the year before. And then by the end of the year, students in the district bottom 25% at SIS would decrease by 5%. The next part of the annual administrative conference form is how you use your time. And this is just an estimate, an average. Look at your data from last year, see how you used it last year, and then how you want to change and adjust for this year. So as you can see, my use of time in the 1920 school year was 57% spent in direct services, 23 in indirect. And I really wanted to up that direct student services this year or last year, because for the 2021 school year, because I definitely did not reach that direct student services goal that I wanted to reach that year. So I definitely wanted to up that. And so you just kind of give yourself percentages and then see where you land by the end of the year and see how those percentages match to what you had planned at the beginning. The next one is, what is your caseload? So again, our recommended ratio is 250 students per counselor, and that would be wonderful if we could do that. But we know that, again, that for some of our schools is not realistic. So my ratios, we have 2 school counselors here at my school, and I am in charge of all 4th and 5th graders in my building. So I have about 550 students. Last year, I had 546 at the beginning of the year. And so we do define our caseload in my building by grade level. Next is the program implementation plan and ways to address those priorities. So you have 3 other forms that you attach, and I will be talking about one of these forms next week, and that is the annual calendar. And your annual calendar is how you break up your year and what you put on your calendar and what you plan to do. And I always say my annual calendar is a working document, and we'll talk more about that next week. But it's everything that you want to do during the year. The next two are closing the gap action plan. So how are you going to close the gap for your school year? And then the first one, that classroom and group mindsets and behaviors action plan, is actually a new form for ASCA this year. And we will be presenting on that later on this month. So stick around for that one. You also have an advisory council that you have every year, and you have a fall and a spring meeting, and then you have proposed members. So I have teachers from every grade in my school. I have a gifted teacher, a spotlight teacher on my advisory council. I have an admin, and I have some parents, community members, and I also have students. I have 2 fifth grade students every year that serve on this advisory council, and they always give us great information and great feedback for what they would like to see the counseling program do. Next is professional developments that you would like to participate in. So I am currently still working on the closing of the gap. Specialist training. I have finished the anxiety and stress management. I do district trainings with my district coordinator here at the school, and then I thankfully got to attend the ASCA National Conference this year, and it was wonderful. And if you ever get to attend ASCA, you should definitely jump and take that chance. The next part is the school and district committees that you work on. So I meet with my district counseling committee usually 3 to 4 times a year, and I'm a member of that. The admin and school counselor meetings, I try to meet with my admin about once a month, just to kind of let them know what's going on in my world. I attend PLC and MTSS meetings. I do have my advisory council, and that's 2 times a year. And then I am a board member with the Magnolia State School Counselor Association. And then if you have an annual budget, you fill that out, what you use, the supplies you need for that budget. We are very grateful and thankful in our district where we do have a nice budget. We have $500 per counselor. So we have a $1,000 budget here at my school for counselors. And we use that for our PBIS. We use it for open house and family nights and office supplies and things like that. These last couple parts are real easy. The school counselor availability, and then your office hours and what they are. And then who else is in your department and what are the roles and responsibilities of those members? So again, I'm very blessed in my district. I do have an attendance and an MSIS clerk. And then I also have a records clerk or a data manager and registrar. And then the last thing you do is that you sign your administrative conference form, and then your admin signs it because you're going to sit down and you're going to have this conversation and talk about all these things with your admin. So y'all are on the same page with what you're doing in your program, and they are in agreement with what they have. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk about that annual administrative conference form. Again, it is a form that I use all the time, and it's very beneficial to me. It's something that I do refer to back throughout the year for those goals and for what I'm planning on doing for the year. And so I encourage you to meet with your administrator and to go through this document and to fill it out, and so they can see what wonderful and powerful work that we do here at the school. That tool is definitely one of our best advocates. If y'all have any questions about the form, please feel free to contact me. My email is christina.palmer@magnoliastateschoolcounselor.org. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day today. Thanks, guys. Bye.